All right, I'm on page 349 of the Go Math textbook. This is the Chapter 8 test review. Make sure you pay close attention because these are very similar to the problems that you're going to see on your Chapter 8 test. For numbers 1a through 1c, choose yes or no to indicate whether the given value of the variable is a solution. So they've given you an equation and they tell you what to plug in for the variable. So they say in place of v, put 25, and they're just asking you, when you plug that in, does it equal 10? Well, let's do it. 2/5 with a v right next to it means times, so it's going to be times 25, and remember I can write 25 as 25 over 1, and I want to see if that in fact equals 10. Well, I can cross simplify here. 5 goes into 5 one time, 5 goes into 25 5 times, and then I'll let you finish that multiplication out and see if that in fact does equal 10. If it does, you're going to bubble in yes. If it doesn't, you'll bubble in no. Okay, I'm going to erase my work. You never need to, just get more scratch paper. And again, if you need to rewind or anything like that, please do so. Okay, here again we have the equation, and I just rewrite the equation. N plus 5 equals 15. And they told me plug in 5 for n. So where I see the n, I plug in a 5. And is this true? Is 5 plus 5 equal 15? If it does, you bubble in yes. If it doesn't, you bubble in no. Simple as that. All right, here we have again, they've given us the equation, 5z equals 25, and 5 with a z right next to it means multiply, and they told me for z, plug in a 5. So is 5 times 5 in fact 25? If it is, you bubble in yes. If it isn't, you bubble in no. Okay, and you'll do the same thing tomorrow. There'll be different equations, but same idea. You'll have an equation. They'll tell you what the variable should be. Plug that variable in and check. Is it a solution? If it is, you'll say yes. If it's not, you'll say no. Okay, number 2, the distance from third base to home plate is 88.9 feet. Romeo was 22.1 feet away from third base when he was tagged out. The equation, okay, they gave us the equation. This is always the very important information in the problem. Can be used to determine how far he needed to run to get to home plate. Using substitution, the coach determines that Romeo needed to run, and then they've given us 3 possible answers for T here. So we just have to check each one of these, okay? So this very similar to problem number 1, except instead of just one value for the variable, they've given us here 3 values, and we have to see which one of those 3 values makes the equation true. So I have 88.9 minus t, and let's try the first one, 66. And I can write 66 as 66.0, so my decimals are lined up. Now notice, as soon as I subtract though, 9 minus 0 puts a 9 in the tenths place, and on this equation, the answer needs to have a 1 in the tenths place. So already I can stop with my math because this doesn't give me a 1 in the tens place, so I know it's not a solution. Okay, so my next one, 66.8, 88.9 again, minus t, and for t I'm going to plug in this number this time, 66.8. My decimals are already lined up. 9 minus 8 is 1, and oh, that's what I needed in the tens place, so that's a good sign. 8 minus 6 is 2, so a 2 in the ones place, that's what I needed. So far so good. And 8 minus 6 again is 2, so yes, that in fact does equal 22.1. So there's my answer. Okay, again, tomorrow, same thing. You'll be given a different equation. There'll be different possible answers, but your job is to just plug each one of them in and see which one gives you, keeps the equation true. Okay, number 3, there are 84 grapes in a bag. 4 friends are sharing the grapes, so 4 friends. Write an equation that can be used to find out how many grapes G, so they told us the variable, each friend will get if each friend gets the same number of grapes. Okay. So 4 friends get grapes, and that will be a total of 84 grapes. Now, there is more than one way to write this equation, but that is one way. Okay, so if I take the number of friends times, let's say they each get, well, we could solve this if we divide by 4. So that would be what, 21 grapes. So 4 times 21 would get us 84, which means each friend would get 21 grapes. Okay, but they didn't ask us to solve, they just wanted us to write an equation. And this equation would get us our answer that we're looking for, okay? All right, thanks for watching. Again, if you have additional questions, please raise your hand. Now's the time to get things straightened out before the test.